Well, hello, my moonbeams. Happy Monday. Are you ready for a cosmic matcha sip and a reality check? Before we get into it, it's Shirley here. You know me already. Let's just share what's in my matcha this morning. Besides my normal awesome green energy giving powder, um, I have some rose petal powder in there and some MCT powder. Yes, rose petal. I absolutely love the rose petal powder, not just because of what it does for your skin, but also because it just smells so good. And like, I love roses, like, really love roses so much so that one day my silly self went looking for how can I eat roses every day. And lo and behold, rose powder. So I put a little bit in my matcha. Anywho, one of my listeners told me recently that she put bourbon in her matcha. I'm not sure what impact that had on the taste or effectiveness of it. No judgment here. Matcha how you wanna, but tag me in your pic. Take a pic of you with your morning cup of matcha and tag me in it. I just want to see what you got going on. Or you can drop in the comments what's in yours. Anywho, we are basking in the waxing gibbous moon right now. That plump beauty that reminds us that our dreams don't bloom overnight. It's about trust. It's about whispering your desires to the new moon and then riding on the wave of the waxing phases with patience and self-compassion. Remember, the new moon is it's a fresh start, right? It's scribbled with intentions. Um, it's when our hearts are bursting with "Let's do this" energy, right? And then comes that first quarter, which is all hustle and muscle, pushing those intentions into action because there's no point in having goals and dreams without putting some feet to them. And now, with the gibbous moon glowing, it's time to check in. Do we need to make some adjustments? Do we need to embrace those wobbly bits because we all have them? When you think of our progress over the course of the lunar calendar, I like to call it, think of it like climbing a cosmic mountain. You wouldn't sprint to the top. You're huffing and you're puffing when you're doing that, right? Like, who does that? You lose energy in the end, right? So it's not a wise way to go about it. And you all are my wise little moonbeams, so I know you would never go about it that way. And if you are, this is a reminder to just take a moment and savor the scenery. Take breaks, sip some cosmic matcha, maybe even dance with some moonlit butterflies. Speaking of cosmic advice, let's sprinkle a verse from Proverbs 16:9. And I love this one. You've probably heard it before, but it's so relevant for where we are in our phase of the moon right now. The heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. So awesome, right? All that saying is, like, it doesn't say don't make plans. Make your plans, but also trust the journey, ladies. Take small, manageable steps and celebrate every inch of progress and be open. I want to remind you that you're not alone in this climb. And to help you with just being present and open in this waxing gibbous time here, I have an affirmation for you. With each breath, I nurture trust and patience. My goals bloom in my heart, fueled by self-compassion and the moon's gentle light. I am strong, I am resilient, and I am perfectly on my way to full moon revelation. One more time. With each breath, I nurture trust and patience. My goals bloom in my heart, fueled by self-compassion and the moon's gentle light. I am strong, I am resilient, and I am perfectly on my way to full moon revelation. So just repeat that. Of course, like I always say, write it in a notebook, write it on a sticky note, put it somewhere where you can see it, and share it with your cosmic sisters. Now, of course, we don't want to leave without a self-care tip. My self-care tip for this magnificent Matcha Monday is treat yourself to a mini retreat. We've been doing a lot, right? Treat yourself to a mini retreat. Light some candles, dim the lights, and get cozy with a good book, something that feeds your soul. It could be a fiction escape, it could be a spiritual guide, or even a how to manual for maybe a new skill you've been wanting to learn. But just remember, my wise moonbeams, nourishing your mind and spirit fuels your climb to the full moon peak. Also remember that the full moon is just around the corner. It's basically toward the end of this week. So with that also comes insight and clarity. Just like the scripture we talked about says, we make our plans, right? We make our plans, but God establishes our steps. So we have to be open to trusting the process. We also want to celebrate the small wins, and don't forget to embrace the beautiful wobble. Okay? Make adjustments. It's okay. We're so, what do you call it? We're flexible. As women, we are very flexible. You got this. You're good. And if you need a little extra dose of soulful self-care to feel inspired and resilient, dive into my Mystic Moon Soulful Self-Care for the Modern Woman. There should be a link somewhere in the description, and you can check it out, see what it's about. And if it's something that aligns with you, awesome. If not, it's okay too. But it's packed with some rituals and resources that will definitely be helpful for you in this journey. And I'm also working on building a community to help us be able to come together and share about the things we learned along the way, whether it's from this, these talks each week or from the self-care guide. I'm also working on a self-love guide that should be out just in time for February. But regardless, we're on this journey together. So go forth, wise moonbeams. Sip your matcha, trust the climb, and shine on. Remember, the universe is cheering you on every step of the way. So am I. And the world needs your radiant light. So how will you shine today? Put it in the comments. I'll talk to you next Monday.